beautiful people, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. Be sure to subscribe and turn your post notifications on because I do post videos on this channel every week. Also, I would hope, oh gosh, just 2 weeks, just 2 weeks I missed, just 2 weeks I wasn't feeling well. I'll tell you why I wasn't here, but I'm back. If you've been here before, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me along my journey. I appreciate it so much. So as you can see by the title of this video, I'm going to be talking a bit about my experience with iron deficiency anemia. I don't know why I'm speaking so fast because I can't breathe. Yes, I'm going to be talking about just one of the many illnesses that I suffer from in this video. So let's get right into it. So what is iron deficiency anemia? For those of you who are wondering, actually wait, before I get into this video, I don't know if you all could tell I might be sounding like crap, but I am recovering from a lung infection. That's why I've been away for 2 weeks. I'm struggling to breathe right now. I don't know why I'm speaking this fast because it's a struggle. I just came off of antibiotics. I'm still taking my Ventolin inhaler as well as this brown inhaler. I'm taking this every 2 to 3 hours, and the Ventolin I'm taking every hour, on the hour. So yeah, I'm recovering from a lung infection. So if you hear me sounding like I'm out of breath, because right now, struggling to breathe. That's why I've been MIA for 2 weeks. I really didn't want to be inconsistent with this YouTube, but I was in the hospital. I can make, but I'm back and I'm not better, but I'm back. Alright, so back to the video. So I am going to be talking about iron deficiency anemia. So what is IDA? What is iron deficiency anemia? For those of you who might be wondering, maybe you never heard about it before, maybe you just don't know about this specific type of anemia. With iron deficiency anemia, when iron deficiency anemia occurs in a person's body, it usually happens when the number of healthy red blood cells in your body is at an alarmingly low level. So with iron deficiency anemia, either you have poor iron absorption in your body, or the levels of iron in your blood is just low because you have a low amount of healthy red blood cells in your body. And as you know, the red blood cells takes oxygen around your body to all the tissues and stuff like that in order for it to function properly. So if you have a low red blood cell count, you'll obviously have a low level of oxygen in your body. So that's not good. Alright, breathe at all. Whew. So, who do I think I am? Who do I think I am talking fast and shit? So how long have I been diagnosed with iron deficiency anemia? So the funny thing is, so I've been diagnosed for about 3 or 4 years. I think I got diagnosed in 2017-ish. The funny thing is that when I got diagnosed, I didn't even go to get diagnosed for anemia. I went to the health clinic to get tested for something else entirely. Nothing to do with anemia, something else. And when the nurse saw me, she was like, whoa, you look very pale. And you know, me at the time, a bit uneducated on certain topics. I was like, me? Why dark skin? How? What do you mean I'm looking pale? Like, I didn't think that was possible for a dark skinned person to look pale. Like, what are you talking about? But it's a thing. I did my research after and I realized that paleness really had more to do with the thickness and the density of your blood vessels beneath your skin and less to do with melanin and your complexion. Like, it's not one and the same. So a way to tell if you're pale, if you're a dark-skinned person like myself, or if you're highly melanated, is the mucous membranes. So the mucous membranes in your mouth, so on the surface of your tongue, looking at the surface of your eyes, even your palms of your hands can help you tell if you're pale or not as a dark-skinned person, as well as your fingertips. So that's something I didn't know back then, and I know now. And the nurse noticed it and she was like, I think you should get tested for anemia. And when I got the results, it was alarming. It was alarming. So that's how I got tested and diagnosed for iron deficiency anemia. So I'm gonna tell you a bit about the symptoms of anemia, and I'm gonna explain to you which ones I experience, because I don't experience all of them. So I have a list of the symptoms because I can remember all of them. So I'm going to read through the list and tell you the ones that I experience. The first symptom on the list is fatigue, so feeling tired and weak. I definitely experience this. I am always experiencing fatigue. I'm always feeling exhausted, like almost every day. I tell people I just feeling so tired, and they'll be like, what you do whole day? And sometimes I could just not do anything. I could probably just sit around, do the bare minimum, work on my laptop, and I feel exhausted, and it has to do with me having iron deficiency anemia. Another one of the symptoms is paleness. So that's something I experience, not all the time. At that particular time, my iron levels were really low, so I looked more pale, but it's not something that I experience like on a regular, ongoing basis. Another, just now I need to breathe. I forget that I'm recovering from a lung infection because I just talking fast. So another symptom is jaundice. I don't experience that. I don't think I've ever experienced jaundice. Another symptom is dizziness or lightheadedness. Oh, I experience this so often, especially when getting up, like too fast. If I get up from this seat, or like if I'm sleeping and I just raise up too fast, I start to feel really dizzy and lightheaded, and like if I want to pass out. Another symptom is fainting. I don't really experience this. One, thankfully, heart palpitations. I experience this a lot, all the time. And for me, I know in this video I'm talking about iron deficiency anemia, but I have so many other illnesses that causes heart palpitations, so it's really hard for me to distinguish sometimes what is causing the heart palpitation. So right now I'm experiencing heart palpitations because of this lung infection that I'm recovering from. But before I went by the doctor, I thought it was my anemia. I also have asthma, which causes my heart to palpitate as well. So the asthma, the lung infection, the anemia, as well as sometimes I get panic attacks and anxiety attacks that causes heart palpitations as well. So it's so many different things. Sometimes I don't even know why my heart I just sit down, and my heart racing. That's how it be sometimes, unfortunately for me. Right, irregular heartbeat. So this is a symptom that I experience. I've always had an irregular heartbeat as a child, so I don't know if I've had anemia as a child and I just wasn't diagnosed until some years ago, but I've always had an irregular beating heart. I think it's called an arrhythmia. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. The other symptom, shortness of breath. I experience this all the time. Sometimes I don't know if it's the anemia or if it's my asthma. Right now I'm experiencing shortness of breath because of the lung infection. Chest pains. Also another thing I experience all the time for different reasons. So I don't know which one it is sometimes. Coldness or feeling chilly. This is one that I experience a lot, and usually sometimes I tell people that I'm so cold and they don't understand. They're like, but it's not even cold. I'm like, it's the anemia. Like I freeze sometimes. If I'm in AC, I have to wear socks and gloves because I feel so cold so fast. So that is definitely one of the symptoms that is related to anemia and that I experience. Cravings like ice, dirt or clay. This doesn't happen to me. I don't experience that one at all. Trouble concentrating. This happens sometimes. Sometimes my brain is very foggy. Sometimes I forget stuff. Like I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna say something, and then I just completely forget. It's like brain farts now. I'm like, what I was gonna say again, and just, yeah, I experience that. I don't know if it's because of the anemia or I just have a shitty brain. Shit brains, yeah. Constipation. I feel like everybody experiences constipation at some point in time. I'm not sure if it's related to the anemia. What I can say is the medication that I take for my anemia does cause constipation sometimes. So there's that. Another one of the symptoms is brittle nails. I don't think I experienced that. My nails aren't as brittle as it used to be when I was growing up. Hair thinning. I think I experienced that along my hairline a bit. It could be because of the anemia, I'm not sure. Low or high blood pressure. This does affect me. I do have low blood pressure most times. There was a couple months last year when my pressure was high for a while, and I was by the doctor and she told me that I needed to get a pressure kit so I could just test it to kind of make sure it regularizes again, and if not, I'll have to go on pressure medication. I didn't get a kit, it was too expensive, couldn't afford it. But I think my pressure is fine now, but usually my pressure is lower than it should be. Another symptom is a heart murmur. When I was a child, I had a heart murmur. I'm not sure if I still have it. I think I do, because I went to the hospital earlier this year and the doctor mentioned something about that. So a heart murmur. And the last symptom that I have on my list here is headaches. And I get headaches and migraines on a regular basis. I don't know if it's related to the anemia, because I get headaches for different reasons. I get tension headaches sometimes. I get headaches because of my astigmatism in my eyes if I'm not wearing my glasses and the light is too bright and it has a lot of glare. Many different reasons why I get headaches. So I'm not sure if it's specifically related to the iron deficiency anemia. So how is iron deficiency anemia treated? So there are a number of ways that it's treated. I'll also read this from the list because I wrote down, because I can't, the brain fog. So the first way that it can be treated is with medication. Sometimes the medication is to treat the cause of the anemia, because sometimes anemia is actually caused by some underlying condition that you could have, probably an autoimmune disease can cause the anemia. So sometimes you take medication to treat that underlying condition, and as a result the iron deficiency anemia will be resolved. Other medications help to just relieve the symptoms of the anemia and to help build new red blood cells. So the medication that I take is iron tablets. So it's like an iron supplement. I take different ones. Sometimes I take the folic acid. Sometimes I take what's the other one, boy? I can't remember. The red one and then some other ones. So I take that. I have to take that on a daily basis. Every day I have to take one tablet a day with a meal for the rest of my life. It's not that bad, I just hate taking medication. Another treatment for iron deficiency anemia is to change your diet. So increasing in nutrients like iron, vitamin B12, as well as folate. So a change in our diet could definitely help with the anemia. Another treatment is doing surgery. I hope I never get to this point. So the surgery may be advised to treat the underlying cause of the anemia. So not necessarily the anemia, but the underlying cause. And the final treatment for iron deficiency anemia is blood transfusion. So blood transfusions, that's just basically replacing some of your blood with new blood that has healthy red blood cells in it. So in terms of changing the diet, I'll kind of linger on this one because I am a vegetarian, so I don't eat meat. And red meat is where you could get a lot of iron from. So for me, I need to think about alternatives to that in order to get my iron, apart from taking supplements. So some things that you can get iron from, some good sources of dietary iron, is fortified cereals, there's oatmeal, there's lentils, there's beans and spinach. Those are really great dietary sources of iron. So that's all for today. I hope you found this video insightful. Let me know if you could relate. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and you're happy to see my face after 2 weeks. Comment down below and let me know if you knew about iron deficiency before. Maybe you experience it, maybe you know someone with it. What are some of the things that you do to help alleviate some of these symptoms? And be sure to subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and click the bell, yeah, as the notifications, turn it on. Right, I forget anything, 2 weeks and brain fog. I forget how to do the intro and the outro. Stay well, stay safe. I hope this video finds you well. Until next week, bye. Focus on me, on me. Really just hoping for the best. Let's hope it lighten. Hello beautiful people. Can't breathe. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Is my heart fixed correctly? 2 weeks ago and I forget how to record a video.